couple down to the 19. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Here's Stafford. A little juke, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They run with Abdullah. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go with Abdullah again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds his tight end, Salek. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Now blown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are back within a score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out now come the Lions. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Stafford. Ebron's got it. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 44-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here with Blunt. Good footwork at the 30. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. No, check, Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. To the right side, caught by Selleck. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So so he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a first down throw. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The open man is Smith. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Carry for Blunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. And under the Lions
Sends pressure. He's brought down. Sean Robinson coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Derek Barnett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw on second down is Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Stafford on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To the air again. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Ertz over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Aguilar has it. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrett Davis coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Blunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Stafford here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw again, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be knocked down sideways. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Fake here on first down. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run again with Blunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Selleck, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's complete. Abdullah. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's second down. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Stafford now to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 50, Stafford. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Eagles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Watch that answer. That's right. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First throw now for the backup Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's Donnie Jones now. as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is fielded at the 27. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back around the 37. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On second down, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a first down following that long gain. To throw is Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Here's Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, here's Blunt. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with the keeper, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Lions will take over. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Ebron caught left side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Stafford on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A second down run for Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Second down now after the pass completion. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. 3-19.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 59 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Lions, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next.
you